Hey everybody, it's Phineas back with another video. I hope you had a great 4th of July. I hope you had a lot of good food. Hope you had a lot of good drinks, and hope you had a good time. And speaking of that food, I just saw a video before making this one where if you bought the same food, the July 4th type food, hot dogs, beans, chips, all that kind of stuff, in 2019 and bought that same food today, it was 30% higher in 5 years. That's craziness. That's craziness. Our gas price it's $3.09. Now I know that's not high compared to a lot of people on the West Coast. I'm in Missouri. But last week it went down to $2.88. Not great, but we'll take anything we can get, right? Well, that lasted literally one day, back up to $2.09 the next day. So we're not catching a break here. The prices are just keep going higher. We keep getting hammered by this. So with the record-breaking heat, I want to talk about the electric bill. I want to talk about 10 ways to cut down your electric bill because we're all going to be using air conditioning this summer. And it's brutal. It is brutal. That heat is so bad. I'm in Missouri. I moved from Florida to Missouri like almost 4 years ago. And Florida was too hot, constantly hot. So I figured Missouri can't be that hot, right? We do have 4 seasons. I do like that. But summers are hot in Missouri. They're hot. It's hot and humid. They're brutal. So let's talk about 4 ways we can cut back on our electric because every little bit helps. I'm going to list 10 things here. In the comments, you guys put number 11, 12, and 13, and let's make a big list and help everybody out. The heating and cooling on your electric bill is 30% of your electric bill. That's big. Heating water is number 2. Anytime you heat water, anytime you go to your kitchen sink and you turn the water on to get hot water, it takes a while to get hot water. Anytime you do loads of laundry in hot water, you're heating water. That's number 2 on how much electric it uses. It uses like 11% to 13% of your electric bill, just heating water. It's on the list about washing clothes. We'll talk about that. Okay, number 1 on the list is caulking. Caulk around all the window sills, on the door frames. When I moved to this house almost 4 years ago, I must have used 10 tubes of caulking. There was gaps everywhere around my windowsills and door frames. And if you're like me, you hate that caulking gun. I don't even have one anymore. It's terrible. But you can get this tube of caulk at Walmart. My Walmart's $3.50. Just cut a little thing out and just caulk around it. Even if you live in an apartment, it's still worth doing if you're gonna be there a little while. Because my house is 50 years old, so it had a lot of gaps. The people who owned it before me didn't do a lot of caulking, so I went caulking crazy. So that's one thing you can do. It's inexpensive. You probably won't need 10, 15 tubes like I did when I first moved in, but just go around the frame of your windows and the doors, and it can't hurt. Inexpensive way, it's worth it. Okay, number 2. I got a brand new dryer, and it still takes about 2 hours to dry a load of laundry. And that's a lot. Not to mention the laundry, the heat from the dryers, putting heat in your house. We don't need any more heat in the house, not in summertime. So I got a clothesline. Got it from Amazon. Has a little, so I just put a cotter pin out there, and it goes to my tree. So that's saving wear and tear on the dryer. That's just a benefit. But it's also, you can dry clothes quickly in this heat. And what I do at the end of it, I throw it in the dryer for about 5 minutes. So instead of using my dryer for 2 hours, I use it for about 5 minutes. Now, according to this, the washer and dryer is 5% of your electric bill. So, which is like number 4 after refrigerator that uses the most electric. So if you can save money doing that. Okay, number 3, I got power strips. The extension cord thing with the power strip, and it has a button you can turn it on and off. Next to my couch, I have a little table, and it has 2 laptops, has my phone charger. And every night before I go to bed, I hit the power strip, I turn it all off. In the morning, I turn it back on. So it saves about 8 hours of phantom power. Because computers and cell phone chargers have phantom power. So even if the cell phone is not on the phone charger, that charger's still putting out phantom power. It's still costing you a few bucks. So if I shut it off before I go to bed, that's about 8 hours it's off. In a week, that's 8 times 7 days. That's 56 hours of no phantom power for those 3 items, 2 laptops and a phone. So every little bit helps. If you do that times 4 a week, that's a lot. That's good savings. That's a lot of usage that you're not wasting phantom power. All right, number 4 is light bulbs. You want to change everything to LED. Even if you're in an apartment, you can change them over, save the old light bulbs, and then when you do move, put the old light bulbs back in and take those with you. Because they are expensive, I get it. When I first moved in here, I didn't have the money to buy all light bulbs all at once for the whole house. So I would buy a box a week, and I started with the most used lights in the house, and then every week I buy another box, and eventually the whole house. And that was like a little less than 4 years ago, and they don't burn out. I've not had to change one yet. Number 5 I have is close off rooms. There's 2 rooms in my house that I don't use a lot. My office, and I have a bonus room downstairs. And what I do is I close the door. I put some tape over I close the vent, put some tape over the vent, the air conditioning vent and the heat vent, just so I don't have to air condition those 2 rooms. That's about 300 square feet of rooms that I'm not heating or cooling. And it works because when the house is cool and I have to walk in this office, boy, it is like a sauna. That wave of heat hits you because I'm not cool in this room. So if you have rooms you can close off and not do, especially in the peak of July, August, September, that's even if you have one room, that's 100 square feet that you're not heating or cooling, and that will save you a few bucks. Well worth it. Let's see, number 6, hot water. We talked about that earlier. Every time you heat water, it's number 2 most uses on your power bill is heating water. I've always washed my clothes in cold water my whole life. I've never used hot water. Maybe some fancy clothes you need hot water. I don't have any fancy clothes, so I don't know. But don't ruin your fancy clothes. And also I do my dishes in cold water. For the holidays, when my sister comes over, she'll purposely go to my kitchen sink and put that hot water on and full blast it, trying to get hot water out because she knows it bugs me. Because it uses electricity every time you do that, and a lot of it. Let's see. Number 7 here is shut off your air before you go to bed. Now, or at least turn it up a couple temperature. Because a lot of times, if you're cool in the house all day long, and say you go to bed at 9 p.m., your house is cool by that time. The sun's gone, and a lot of that times, not every time, but a lot of times that air will keep the house cool overnight. So you can shut it off or turn it up a couple of degrees when you go to bed, and it should keep your house cool. It does mine. I'll be honest, a couple of times I was like, I couldn't take no more, so I woke up at 2 in the morning to go turn it back on. But a lot of times I didn't have to do that. Okay, let's see. Number 8, adjust your fridge and freezer temperatures. Yeah, inside your fridge and freezer are freezers are 1% of your electric bill, so they're not too bad. But there's temperature gauges in your fridge and your freezer, and you could put an average. You can even put it below the average one if you want to. It's still going to freeze your food. It's still going to keep your food cold, but you don't have to have it yanked all the way up to number 10. You can turn that down even below the average that they suggest. Every little bit helps, right? Let's see. Number 9, fans. Ceiling fans. I got a ceiling fan now, and I do feel it. Ceiling fans are good. Box fans are even better. Well, floor fans, I mean, not the box fans. And I recommend on this one that you don't cheap out. This is one of those things, spend $50 on a fan. I got 5 or 6 good fans. They last forever. Like if you invest $50 in a fan, you're going to have it for a while. I have one on each nightstand in my bed, and it just blasts me when I go to bed. I also have I have 2 in my living room on the floor, just blowing at me. Don't cheap out. It's worth it. They'll last forever. $40-$50. If you buy the little $8 box fans or little tiny ones, those aren't as good. They're not going to do a lot. Like when I go to bed and I have the 2 blasting me from each nightstand, I even shut off my ceiling fan because it's not doing much compared to those fans. So why use that when you don't have to? All right. Number 10. I use this in 2 rooms, the blackout curtains. You can get them any color. Walmart has them. I like black. But in my living room, I have huge window, and I have just blackout curtains all the way across, and to try to keep that heat out. And then in my bedroom, I have 2 small windows in my bedroom, and I have blackout curtains in there too, just to try to keep that sun out. Man, that sun's brutal. So yeah, those are 10 things. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Put number 11, 12, 13, 14, any more ideas you have, because every little bit helps. If we can help each other do this, what you put down there in the comments, I can learn from. I'm always looking for ways to cut back and save a few bucks, especially with this high electric bill. Now, I haven't had a full electric bill in the summer yet. I got my last one was $120, but you know, it was partly with spring, so I was being stingy with my air conditioning. But coming up here, starting like now, I gotta use that air. It is brutal, and I feel bad. I have a cat. I don't want my cat all hot. I feel bad for her. It's too hot. Okay, thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Take care of yourself and each other, one dime at a time. We'll see you on the next video. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much.